Hello, my busy bees. All right, so today we're gonna figure out which of these free drawing programs are actually good for beginners. So I'm gonna be drawing in my regular sticks figure art style that's like bare bones basic, because again, we're testing if this is good for beginners. And we're ranking this from least favorite to most favorite. Let's start with the first one, shall we? Coming in fourth place is MediBang Paint. I hated drawing on this app. This app was absolute dookie water. I actually really hated this thing. I was thugging it out the entire time I was drawing. I don't know if you can tell by just the drawing I did alone, but no. First things first, I entered the app, gotta watch an ad for the brushes. I'm like, okay, great. Like, that's never really a bad thing, but it can be a really bad sign sometimes when apps make you watch ads to unlock things in the game or in the program at all, right? How come after I watch this ad, right? Stay with me. There's still a banner of an ad spread across the top of my screen. Why is that there? Why is that there? I am drawing. I am trying to get out the hood with this one. Why do we have a banner of an ad across the top of my screen? Please get out. Please get out. Okay, next is that thing was so clunky. I couldn't draw anything on there. The lag was... No, thank you. Oh yeah, the stabilization tool. I forgot about that thing. That's not a real stabilization tool. It almost looks like Procreate, but like, no. No.
What's this?
Trash. Trash.
What's this?
Next, please. They went back to the bank. I'm all this pounding. What construction is this important? Is that necessary? I need to sign a petition that says if you do construction work, you have to soundproof all the walls with straight up concrete and straight up 10 feet worth of foam before you can just start banging and hitting hammers oh my. Third place is actually the app Sketchbook. I actually preferred this over MediBang Paint, right? It was a lot less clunky, drawing was a lot smoother. I could figure out where different tools were. It was just an overall better experience. I didn't have to watch an ad to use a brush. That was nice. Like, it's so ghetto to watch an ad to use some brushes. Like, can we please be so serious? Only thing that I would say is a downside, honestly, is the lack of brushes. But for beginners, I think that's kind of a good thing because it's less overwhelming. So, like, if you're trying to, like, learn to draw for mainly, like, sketching, like, you're just like, I want to practice anatomy, I want to practice proportions, this app would do wonders for you. It's literally perfect. One of my main downsides that I don't like, and I actually don't like this about a lot of programs, is the eraser tool being a separate, like, being a part of the brushes. Why is it a part of the brushes? It's an eraser. Why am I scrolling down in the brush section for an eraser? No. Yeah, if you have an eraser in a drawing app, it needs to be like a separate button that I can hit. And then the eraser needs to have all the same like texture options as the regular brushes, right? I had this problem with one of the old apps that I used, but the eraser was always like an airbrush texture or a really hard texture, and it always ruined the line art because I like a more sketchy line art. So it's like I'm either getting this airbrushed edge erased, or I get this really like straight, smooth erased on a textured line. Like, it just doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of the only thing I would really change. Everything else was great and honestly really surprising. Like, the blend modes were cool, transform tools were cool. A lot of stuff was cool. Next. Okay, second place. Now, my second and first place are actually tied for for personal preference. I actually like both of them just as much as each other, but for the sake of like what's best for a beginner, I'm gonna put this in second place. It's actually Adobe Fresco. Adobe Fresco is great. I've drawn on Adobe Fresco many times because it's literally like Procreate. It's literally like a Procreate dupe, but it's free, right? It has a lot of similar brushes to Procreate. It has a similar interface. It's a really smooth, nice app for drawing. The only reason I would recommend it for beginners is because, like Procreate, a lot of its features and tools are hidden, right? To give you that sleek interface so it's easier for you to draw. You have a bigger canvas. But yeah, it does make brushes and settings harder to find when you do things that way. You gotta watch like an entire tutorial first before you can even open the app. But yeah, definitely second place for a beginner though. It works well, the brushes are nice, it has all the blend modes you would need. You can even animate on this app. I have experimented with it maybe once. You know, not really. I'm not much of an animator, so it is what it is. I might do a video about ranking free animation apps. Let me know if you're interested in that. Great app. Great. I have no complaints really. Just kind of hard to find things if you're a beginner. So what would be the first place winner of all these apps that are free to use that I would recommend you to use if you are a beginner? None other than Ibis Paint. Ibis Paint is amazing. Now, I'm actually going to be real with y'all. I rarely used Ibis Paint. Even growing up, I barely used it. But here's the reason why I like Ibis Paint. Because the few times I did use it, like when I just tried opening it up for the first time and I'm like, I want to draw something, you know? I know what to click. Because first of all, buttons are labeled. You can see what you're clicking on. Like that says brushes, that says effects, that says lasso. You're like, oh, I know what I'm clicking on. Fun. So as a beginner, I think that's really convenient because it's basically telling you what these different icons usually mean in other programs as well, you know? So that's nice. You get everything you need and more. You do have to watch an ad for the brushes, but unlike MediBang, it's actually worth it. Like, you actually get really good brushes, and you get a lot of effects and stuff too. You get I believe you get Liquify in Ibis, which is nice. Blend modes, all things you really need, especially if you want to have an art style similar to mine, but you're like, I can't pay for Procreate. Yeah, I'd recommend Ibis. I recommend it all the time. If you scroll through my comment sections on anything, I recommend this app 100% of the way. So that is pretty much it. There's nothing else on my end. These are the best free apps that I know about. If you guys know any other free apps that you guys want me to like test out or anything, let me know. You know, let me know in the comments. What's your favorite free drawing app? Anyway, see you guys in the next one. Buzz buzz.